Alright, it's probably one of the prettier places we camped. How many days are we into this now?
Let's see.
Roughly? Over 2 weeks?
About 16, 17 days.
Alright.
Yeah, 17 days.
Throw on. Uh-oh. Change battery pack. I just... Oh boy. That's not good. This is a bad little perch. Hopefully the microphone isn't picking up too much river. It's pretty loud in my ear. It's kind of funny. When you go steelhead fishing in a place like this by yourself and you're solo, as far as I'm concerned, I'm walking up a river and I see somebody by himself. They're probably doing it because they don't feel like talking to anybody. People are funny, man. I think this river is probably, I don't know how many, there's like over 40 kilometers of accessible river to the road. And you can basically park anywhere and hike in the bush 15, 20 minutes or a little more and you'll hit the river. It hit numerous dozens of runs and holes. I was definitely the first person up the valley this morning in the dark, and I can see a chunk of the road back there about 1,000 yards up, and I think I've seen 2 vehicles go by in that time. So you can imagine how much untouched river is here today. What do a couple of guys do? Right, a few hours after first light, park right beside my truck, follow my fresh footprints in the river, and fish every single hole that I fished the shit out of, and then come walking right past me and leapfrog ahead of me. The whole river, the whole valley. People are funny. Anyway, before I get shared, one thing I like to do with people is I just like to possibly be someone who can maybe possibly point out the obvious to people when it comes to various topics. Last night we were watching TV, which is very rare. We're flicking the channels and we kept on seeing all these titles. The Oprah's interviewing a couple of the royals, whoever they are, Meghan Merkel or whatever her name is, and the redheaded hairy dude. And I'm sure they're kind people, and thank God for them. They broke free of the bullshit of the royal institution. But what I see when I see things like that, this is what I see. We stopped in one of the videos and we hit play because it seemed like a big thing. It's nonstop. Every single person on the planet has something to say about the Oprah Winfrey interview with this couple. So we flipped it on there, and I shit you not, these are grown adults. I'm pretty sure Oprah can be considered a grown adult today, right? Probably a billionaire by now, how much ever money she has, which, mind you, does not mean shit to me. For all I know, she could be one of the most evil, treacherous human beings on the face of the planet. I just don't know it. I haven't a clue. Just because she's a celebrity and has money, I don't give a shit. I don't know her. Can't make a comment on her demeanor, on her personality. I haven't a clue. But that's what I'm saying is, just because of their exposure to a video camera and the money they have does not mean they're a good or a bad person, right? But anyway, we flick it on there, and it's the demeanors. Everybody's absolutely serious. It's a big, intense interview. And Oprah says to this poor girl, "Is it true that you made the Duchess of whoever, did you make her cry?" And the camera pans back to the girl. She's got this dead serious demeanor. And then it pans back to Oprah. She goes, "Is it true? I just want to know, did you make her cry?" And I just about lost my shit. I instantly thought, am I in grade 1 right now? Are we back in the sandbox in elementary school? Did little Johnny make Cindy cry? And the principal's getting to the bottom of this right now? Isn't it amazing? It's just an easy example of just what mainstream society, not all societies, but it's just a blatant, easy example of what mainstream society has come to and is all about. 2 adults, one got paid $7 million to sit there and talk to Oprah, and one of the very dead serious topics was, did you make her cry? As soon as I see something like that, for me, it's like, don't, delete, stop wasting your precious time now, carry on, move forward. Get away from there. And then, of course, as you're just surfing along to see if there just might be something educational and worthy of your time to watch. And the next title was Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel's take on the Oprah Winfrey Meghan interview. I'm just shaking my head. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing Jimmy Kimmel could be useful for is being a live heavy bag in a gym. That'd be very appropriate for that individual from what I've seen of him. So for people to actually be interested what his take is on an Oprah Winfrey interview with a kind soul who escaped the royal bullshit, it's just another example and a reason to share with all you why I don't watch the horse shit, why I stay away from horse shit, why I don't waste my time, why I don't watch TV, and why I try to focus on the people, the real people. That's why. Mainstream society is right out to lunch. All right? There's my rant of the day. Now let's get on hearing from some real people worthy of listening to. Shall we? All right, what do we got? Let's mark it as red first so I don't reread and freak everybody out. Done. Hi, Steve. My name is Lucas. Not mind if my name is used. I stumbled upon your channel recently and find it to be one of the most informative on the subject. Thanks for doing what you're doing. I live in Kenai, Alaska. Oh, lucky man. Lucky man. I always say if I ever had to move, I would move to Alaska. Well, the South has got me too. I love the South, but the South doesn't have steelhead, spring salmon, moose, mountain sheep, and grizzly bears, so it's tough. It's tough for me to leave that. I live in Kenai, Alaska. I haven't had any run-ins with the Sasquatch, as I'm sure they avoid this lower part of the peninsula. I do, however, have an extreme curiosity about these beings, and like you, I'm seeking answers. I have a couple of theories. First, that they are descendants from Neanderthals that rejected our way of life and the advancements of technology thousands of years ago and have evolved in a different direction instead. Example, 10-foot-tall, scary, hairy, mountain-dwelling man-beasts. My second thought is that they go into rut during certain times of the year and put out pheromones like many other mammals. This would explain why some people describe a strong, distinct odor during their encounters, while others don't. It would also explain why some have experienced very aggressive encounters, while others have reported them being shy and evasive. Let me know what you think. P.S. I'm rebuilding an Airstream trailer right now with the intent of traveling to observe and document these beings and many others that are considered a myth, yet have been talked about and recorded in many cultures throughout history. All right, man. Thank you very much for that email. And of course, I'll tell you what I think. What I think would possibly benefit you would be for you to go back in the history of all the emails shared on this channel and really listen to the people, where they're from, what they have seen and witnessed, all right? And then if you do listen to them and take into account how many individuals report to us the exact same things, no matter how crazy it may seem, I am very confident if you listen to them that you will soon change your tone on what you believe to be as true with them today, as a simple animal that secretes pheromone during the rut, which, what do I think personally? No. Sadly, no. I have to say, I strongly believe that's not the case. And these beings are quite a bit more than that. And they outclass us about, who knows, 1,500% in this element. There's no way denying that. And from the numerous academic people who have contacted me, some have contacted me, asked me not to share details, while others in the same academics as them have shared openly and said share away what they have seen. I've had a few people email me and tell me flat out that these things have penetrated, made it past up to 3 different levels of security in military bases around the globe, and stood there and gazed up into the security cameras at the main entrance to these, at times, nuclear sites. All right? And that was a fact. They don't know how they've got through the safety barriers. They haven't a clue. They don't know how they got out of there. When they did go outside, they did find footprints in the barriers, right? And they haven't a clue how they did pulled it off. But that has been reported numerous times from unrelated individuals who are in the same field. So, knowing that alone kind of squashes the chance that these just might be simple beings, hairy animals who decided to maintain a wild existence, and they rut and they go on mating tours of the planet. Where I'm kind of thinking that you might be off track a little bit. However, make sure you keep digging and find that missing piece to your puzzle on your own. Don't jump on my bandwagon. You asked me what I thought, and I'm sharing with you my feelings on it, okay? Thanks again for emailing me, all right? Now, attention. If you get this email more than one time, I apologize, but I thought it important and crucial in order to repair your effed up coat. Oh, all right. All right, thank you very much for sending that in. I'll read this. Oh, it's not so far. It doesn't seem to be about Sasquatch, so I think I'll take this time I have right now to use on somebody who has a trees. All right, I'll read this. I'll read it. Here we go. Seems like there might be something in there. Again, see, I don't pre-read these, you guys, all right? Oh, Steve, I'm a friend and a good guy. Name not important. Although I signed this email with my real first name, say it if you want. Using a real name online is a no-no. Using your real name online for the public to see causes folks to end up in jail because maybe they're around the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Use your real photo and real name, and your life can be turned into a permanent hell. Advising folks to reveal your real name online only leads to bad things. I disagree with that, and I had to say it. Okay, man. Teach their own. I'm not scared. That's just me. I've been a freshwater angler all my entire life. I've been trying to teach myself how to hunt. At one time, I had a guide, a friend of my mom's, that was getting ready to guide me on my first deer hunt on this lease, but he caught the big C, bone cancer, and has left the building. It's a sad story. I turned to your videos for help. I realized long ago that I was not in the right place, and I would not be taught how to hunt, but I did learn more about these beings than I would ever imagine. This is not a complaint in the least. I'm grateful for the info. Alright, hey, just so you know, if you want to learn how to hunt, I do have numerous hunting apps available on iTunes and Google Play. And it's absolute no bullshit, straight up honest hunting skills for all levels of hunters and anglers. And you can use the app platform that I developed anywhere on the planet without the internet connection to utilize that first-hand knowledge to learn how to hunt and be successful at it. All right, just so you know. If I remember to, I'll put a link to those in the description below or in the comments or something. All right. I would not be taught how to hunt, but I did learn more about these beings than I would ever imagine. Another side note, I have the How to Hunt YouTube channel as well that's strictly hunting and angling content, just so you know. This is not a complaint in the least. I'm grateful for the info. Also, you owe me or us nothing, zip-zero. If I want to learn it, I have to go do it, even if that means I break the laws here in Ohio. For example, wearing orange is just not something I'll ever do. Using a specific tool for certain times of the year, i.e. bows versus rifles, F that BS. I have no desire to sit in a tree all day. I want to seek the deer, not wait for it to come trotting under my tree. Maybe it's not for me, I don't know. But I love the taste of venison. But I'm clueless in harvesting with all the blood and entrails, etc. As a guy who pumps iron like it's a religion, deer meat is the supreme protein source I need. Sort of sad about it. In fact, deer hunting. I guess it may never happen. Boo boo, poor me, right? Ha ha, I digress. Whatever, man. If you want that meat, it is what it is. No pain, no gain. Fact 1 is to help you out, buddy. I've learned that over the years from people way smarter than myself, the best way to remove after effects of diesel on textiles, your new puffer coat, is to use Dawn concentrate directly on the affected area as a pre-treatment. Use a soft bristle brush to apply. Allow the clothing to sit for up to 5 minutes before soaking in hot water for 30 minutes. It is important to use the hottest water that is safe for that material. Hang air dry. Fact 2 is just for your information for anyone. I used to live in Los Angeles, California. Near around the LAX area, many strange animals have been spotted, flying, running, and crawling, etc. near the airport. There are areas with heavy, almost out-of-place trees that almost resemble jungle areas, coupled with other off-limit to the public areas that resemble just farmland. Many sections of these small ecosystems of sorts are off-limits to the general public. In fact, more of these off-limit areas have been randomly popping up. It is all connected to the coastline near El Segundo, Playa del Rey, Manhattan Beach to the south. Many people have indeed reported bipedal gorilla-type animals. Well, after doing some homework, I was surprised to learn that animals have escaped over the years from their cages, enclosed transport dwellings, and such at LAX. It seems that security had breaches where many different animals on their way to various zoos have broken out. Security has been increased over the years due to anti-terrorism initiatives, and the breaches have decreased. But it makes me wonder what has successfully thrived out there. They've had albino cobras, crocs, many birds, all worth big money escape. One albino cobra was found at least a year in a neighborhood far from the airport. Just thought I'd share this fact. Maybe the Sasquatch in SoCal may be a gorilla that got away. However, this does not explain away good, reliable Sasquatch encounters away. They are what they are, in my opinion, which is a certainty. By the way, I just want to tell everyone to please subscribe to Canada Missing Project. Seems as though YouTube is killing off Dave's subscription count. Also, he wants the word spread that The Hunted is free right now on YouTube. Plus, there are other links available in his channel's content. I have an email relationship with Dave and hold him on a personal pedestal, which I've never done on any man in my life. He is the closest thing I have to a true mentor. I appreciate the respect you show him. Thank you, brother. Keep fighting the good fight. Amar, my real name. All right, Amar, thanks for that email. Appreciate it. Appreciate the jacket. Note. Think it might be a little too late, though, for me. But whatever. It's just a shit stain on the jacket. I wear it out here now. Anyways, I'll annihilate it soon enough. And Dave Politis is a very top-of-the-line human being. Of course. Big time. Thanks for sharing that. All right, what do we got? Who's next? What's next? What are we going to learn today? Permission to read and name openly. Hello, Steve. Thank you again for helping people and connecting people worldwide. It's awesome. Connecting people. I've mailed you before. Attacked on an ATV. It's been some time back. Sounds familiar. I think it might be you the guy that was doubling and that thing flipped you guys? I think. Straight to the point. I consider every email that you read an affidavit without a name. Not only the evidence and testimonials of everyone that has bravely come forward to their encounters. I found so much information on each email and compiled the information and learned so much from breaking down each encounter. It's mind-blowing. The similarities from people all over the globe is amazing. Compiling the information is a task. I'll remember an incident in an email you posted on YouTube months ago. Finding myself going back through to compare an incident, finding that video compared to information can be a task. About like you reading emails and editing videos and posting them on YouTube is very time consuming, but very well worth it. What I'm asking is not from you, but from the viewers, are to do the same thing as I'm about to take notes on the emails to compare. Keep these notes and information and share it. If not now, maybe in the future at least, pass it to the next generation, pass it forward. This is what the First Nations did generation after generations. As a people, we cannot depend on the secular media, scientists, and the governments/narratives. It's all lies. Social engineering. Hear, hear. Fully agree. If I can do this with the power of others, the sky's the limit. But without the trolls, shit-stirrers, assholes, we deal with them enough in everyday life. I agree with you, Steve, about not wasting time on photos and footprints of tree knocks. There are thousands and thousands of. What catches my attention is the little things. The fight or flight feelings, the loss of time, sickness, etc. How dogs, cats, horses, and animals in general react to these creatures. Also, the dead air or in a vacuum, repeat sightings in certain areas, feeling the sixth sense that we have. This is our abilities, danger alarm, that we must relearn to use as human beings, as we used before the industrial age. I am relearning this myself, or tapping into it, but without fear consuming us. Look, if these creatures wanted to get us, that would certainly not be a problem for them for their sheer size, speed, and cloaking abilities. It seems to me something is holding them back, but if pushed, yes, they could attack us, anything in defense. But yes, they could attack as anything would in defense. At times, yes, they scare the crap out of us and do it very well, and it's the no turning back club, or the denial club. I have learned personally, 95% of the time they watch us, learning or studying us, as I am sure they have a hell of a lot more knowledge of humans than people do of them. I'm also sure our governments know a lot. I have my personal opinion why the governments withhold knowledge to the public. It has to do with money, lots of money control. The system's narrative would be blown, wars would break out worldwide, even if the majority could comprehend the truth. Yes, these creatures are real, and they're among us, but we shouldn't live in fear from the creatures, nor of our governments. I ask if everyone that has friends, families, and members of government positions, high level, is probably the best and retired. Casually ask them about the strange things they may have seen or heard in the years of service. Who knows? They just may have seen some very interesting information. Worth a shot. Everyone's experiences are important to me, as I'm sure it is to many others that follow you, Steve. Every morning I get up to get my morning coffee. I fire up, share my story. That's my daily routine now. I have so many things that I'd love to PowerPoint on, but keeping it short for you, Steve. Hopefully, we can have the round table someday with other like-minded people that seek the truth and have that army that you speak about. I would stand proudly next to you in battle with honor. Till Valhalla. I'm sick of this crap too. I have been for decades. Godspeed to you, Steve, and all the viewers. David Espy. P.S. My thoughts and prayers go out to David Plides and his family. Yes, they do. Alright, man. Totally appreciate that email. Thank you very much for sending that one in. It's funny, the government's. I think if it isn't apparent now clear, you gotta admit the people that we see on TV in the so-called government position, how many of those people do you actually think are seriously intelligent or even know what's going on? What's really going on in the world. I'd like to see the ratio of intelligent persons in politics as compared to just, your average opportunistic sleazebag pig who wants an easy way through life and is willing to lie, cheat, steal, and manipulate to get there, right? I've had a few people suggest the fact that it's more like the 3-letter acronym groups are actually the people in control on the planet, done some dirty, nasty things around the globe. And this has come from numerous people who have direct contact with people involved, and I have to say it's a high probability, without a doubt. It's sad, but it's true. I don't know. I can keep on. I'm going to stop myself now if we're going on a big tirade rant, but there's a lot of people who shared a lot of stuff with me that they don't want me to speak openly about. And it is kind of frustrating in a way. It's like, well, why do I even mention you guys, or why do they even get a hold of me and say these things? I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe because they see so many good, honest people here being so negatively impacted from what they've seen and experienced. And maybe, they actually do have a heart and soul, and they're struggling with doing what's right, which is supporting people and not lying to them and helping them, instead of keeping them secret and letting people blatantly, blindly run into all these horrifying experiences, if not death at times too, right? Maybe that's why, I don't know. But just a handful of other people right now, they're courting me in a way to go on what might be called an expedition. And obviously, again, it's I can't share too many intimate details about that, but what I can share with confidence is what these people know and what they're doing, and the outcome of this potential expedition I may join on will absolutely rock the foundation this current society is built on to the core. I still have to have a meeting in person with these people. I'm sure one of you are watching me right now, and if it's all legit, it's going to be something else. I'll tell you what. I guess why am I sharing that? Just the fact that there is so many things being shared today. So much of it sounds like it could be absolutely mind-boggling when it is probably true. The only way we're going to get to the bottom of all this is if we keep talking. We keep giving the people the power through speech, which we're doing here today on my channel, right? It's the only way. And it is very, very effective. If you haven't noticed yet, it's very, very effective. It's something else. It's something else. Anyway, the sun's starting to come out. Wow. That means I'm going to change up my presentation for these fish. Try something new and see if I might maybe get to battle and say hello to a majestic Pacific Coast steelhead. Maybe. Can't catch one unless I try, right?